Southeast Texas hit with powerful winds and that hard rain. We're looking at how the Lone Star State is recovering after last night's storm. That's our top story tonight. Good evening. I'm Lauren Hensley.
And I'm Dejanique Garrison. Tonight, it's calm on the radar compared to last night. The National Weather Service said yesterday that one tornado touched down out in Newton County.
That's right. And now our chief meteorologist, Patrick Vaughn, he joins us. All is quiet now, Patrick, but that sure wasn't the case last night.
That's right, Lauren. It was a busy and very active night, unfortunately, with several reports of wind damage. And that may have been because of a tornado. As we take a look, there were two distinct damage paths with downed trees and also quite a bit of wind caused destruction, or not destruction, but damage because of that over near Trout Creek, and also from Evadale straight up to near Kirbyville and also Newton. Some 12 reported tornado warnings occurred last night between 6:25 and about 8:30. More in your local forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Our team coverage continues in some of the hardest hit areas throughout Southeast Texas.
12 News reporter Paris Kane has been in Evadale all day looking at areas that are picking up debris tonight. So Paris, what's it like out there?
Dejanique, Lauren, the tree behind me is one of the many I've seen down today. I'm told this one stood for over 100 years, and it withstood Harvey and Rita and many other storms, but the winds last night were just too much. Needless to say, Evadale is going to have a lot of cleaning up to do over the next few weeks.
It was like eerie quiet.
Jennifer Cameron is one of the many here in Evadale that has a lot of cleanup ahead of her.
We all pretty much got together. I mean, we got the friends, we got the neighbors that's helping us.
Yes. Debris, tree limbs, even furniture are still scattered around this part of Jasper County.
Some people hear the wind, but we heard, I heard like the tornado.
The National Weather Service is still working to determine whether a tornado may have touched down here. Volunteer firefighter Billy Butch was dispatched to check out some debris in a possible storage shed off of Highway 96.
And I kind of find out it was part of my shed and the roof off of my neighbor's house.
Evadale Fire and Rescue has been working all day to make sure people have access to their homes and helping get things cleaned up.
It's got over the hurricane and all the flood. Now that all this wants to come down and get us again, so.
Jennifer and Billy agree things could have been much worse. Tonight, they're thankful no one was hurt.
We thank the good Lord.
Now, there are still a few homes without power, but the Newton Jasper Electric Cooperative assures me that they're out there working hard to get those lights back on for you guys. For now, live in Evadale, Paris Kane, 12 News.
Thanks, Paris. Now the county of Jasper has issued a declaration of disaster. This declaration will help the county get money from the state to help pay for some of that cleanup.
And continuing our team coverage from Jasper County to Jefferson County, the damage was pretty widespread. Beaumont also feeling that brunt of the storm. 12
News reporter Jordan Foster is in Beaumont surveying that damage. Jordan, what can you tell us?
Yeah, they have the chainsaws out and they have been cutting away. Take a look at this. This tree actually fell on top of this house last night during the storm, and it's left the people here with a big mess to clean up.
I thought it was like an earthquake happening because it shook so bad.
People in Beaumont still stunned by the fury of last night's storm.
All of a sudden we heard like the windows was rattling.
You could just see the wind pushing everything, the leaves, the trees.
Today comes the cleanup. Some people on the south side of Beaumont experienced their own Halloween horror.
My dad just called me and he was like, a tree fell, and I was just, in shock.
Maria Hernandez wasn't home when this tree fell through her house near East Chapin Street and Shannon Avenue, but her roommate was.
They were laying in the room and they just felt the whole house shake, and they just saw the sheetrock just fall down.
Less than 2 miles away on Park Street, another family with the same experience, but slightly different outcome.
I didn't expect this at all.
This tree ended up a few inches away from Selena Fundno's little boy's bed.
Something told me to move my son to the end of the bed just in case one of these trees did fall. That's my son's room right there, and mine is the next one.
Now both of these women and their families are left to clean up the damage.
It kind of broke my heart, to see your home kind of get destroyed, but thank God nobody was here, and it could have been worse.
I'm glad to report that there were no injuries in either one of those houses as a result of those trees falling. And as you can see, the people here are still working to get this tree off top of the house. I'm live in Beaumont. Jordan Foster, 12 News.
Thanks for that, Jordan. We are continuing to track the damage, and we have a lot of stuff coming in onto social media. Today, Evadale Fire and Rescue, they were helping to clean up damage from last night's storm. This was the scene after a tree hit a mobile home in Evadale. Tough one right there. More of the aftermath from last night's weather, as you can see, just tough. Snapped right in half like a toothpick, that particular tree. Lauren?
Yep, and the radar really showing that severe weather. It was lighting up the radar in southeast Texas. And take a look at the line of storms moving through Beaumont outside our 12 News studios. In fact, when we were on air, we could hear that rain just pounding down. And a massive tree uprooted in Evadale. Look at that.
Wow. Very, very tough stuff to look at. Now, this was some street flooding in Silsbee on Highway 92 off of Bryant Drive. Taking a look right there, you see the water starting to ripple with that street flooding. A light pole down on Dowling Road also happened last night. Our reporter Paris King was able to give us a view from that particular vantage point. And then more damage on the roads last night. This was in Evadale on Highway 96 going north towards Buna.
And a parking lot, well, that looks more like a river. Now, this was after some major flooding off of Highway 96 and Candlestick Road by the Mi Pueblo restaurant. Southeast Texas isn't the only place feeling the impact of the storm. Some damage in the Houston area as well. This building, some minor damage, especially to the roof. Water was being released today from both the Addicks and Baker reservoirs in West Harris County after the storms dumped several inches of rain. Take a look at that video there. Nice aerial shot.
Wow. Now, according to the Texas Almanac, an average of 132 tornadoes touch Texas soil each year. Tornadoes happen most often in the Red River Valley of North Texas. Last night was out of the norm because most tornadoes touch down in the spring and early summer months between the hours of 4 and 8 p.m. More tornadoes have been recorded in Texas than in any other state, and that's partly due to the state's size. Now, here's a look at tornadoes in Texas compared to other states. This is a map from ustornadoes.com of the most tornadoes in a calendar day by state. Tennessee took the #1 spot with 72 twisters in a single day. Kansas had 70.
And South Dakota ties with Texas at 66. Alabama has 62. Oklahoma is next with 58. And the state with the least amount of tornadoes in a day is Rhode Island. Again, a very small state with only 2. Now, of course, we want to hear from you. Were you impacted by last night's storm? Did you get any damage?
Come on over to our 12 News Now Facebook Live and chat with us. Let us know what you saw. And stick around with us after the break because we're tracking some other stories for you tonight. Coming up. Killed while crossing the road. What we know about an accident that happened in Beaumont.
And President Trump still on the campaign trail. What celebrity was also lobbying for support? Plus, Canada has already run out of weed. How high the stakes are still to come.